Recap Buzzsaw. Buzzsaw recap.
Rodeo Rob again.
I'm rodeoing it, dude.
Back again.
You wouldn't have guessed I've been up since 5 a.m. and I work 12.5-hour shift. Jesus. This is the second win, son. Third win? I don't know.
So we I hope you have a little more energy because we have a divisional game here to recap. Colts at Titans.
Ooh.
I won't say big on the Colts, but I was on the Colts because I thought they were going to be better than they were, but they ended up losing 16-25. So
Titans looking a little better now, huh?
Well, I'm curious. Let me hear what you have to say, and then I'll tell you what I have to say.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with the Colts first. I always start with the road team.
Do it.
They scored 16 points. It's not good. I mean, obviously Carson Wentz is he's like a robotic man at this point. You know what Carson Wentz is? He's the I don't know if you've seen Dirty Work, but the role that Chevy Chase has, he's the doctor that's got the gambling problem. That every time he's trying to sell something, he's just always like every time he's got a broken bone because the fucking bookies are just beating his ass. So Carson Wentz, dude, like his whole body's falling apart, right? Like he's got 2 fucking busted ankles. Yeah. He already had the foot injury. He's had the neck. Like, dude, that whole body. Like, does he have a gambling problem we don't know about? Are these injuries happening on the field, or are they happening? You know what I mean? He just comes into practice, he's like fakes the injury on the field, but like he literally got his ass beat by a fucking bookie. So.
I know the fans in Philly are pretty rough.
Maybe he was betting on himself too much.
Well, after the MVP year, I would too.
We're not talking about Carson Wentz though. Don't start him in fantasy. Not a good offense.
Not yet.
So running back wise, interesting. So Jonathan Taylor's flopped, and he fell because of the Carson Wentz and the Quentin Nelson injury early in the preseason. He fell pretty low, like almost like mid-second round, right?
Yeah.
Where early on in like best balls, I saw someone take him 3rd overall in the league. Well, crazy.
Even his rookie year, he was top. He was a 1st-round pick.
No, last year he was a 5th-round pick. I got him in the 5th round in XFL because they had Marlon Mack as a starter.
All right.
CEH we're thinking of.
No.
He's trash.
So but anyways,
crazy thing is obviously game flow, but Taylor played 48% and Hines played 56%. They made Mack inactive, and then I read a report today they're trying to trade Mack. Which is good for both of them. We don't need Mack there turning the punch bowl, right?
Yeah,
but here's the crazy thing about Taylor. Is that week 1 he played 55%. Week 2, 45%. Week 3, 48%. Like, okay, Nick Chubb can succeed with those snap shares because that offense is amazing, and it's fucking Nick Chubb. I think Jonathan Taylor's a good player, but he's on the fucking Colts. He cannot succeed, at least not be an RB1 with those snap shares. Yeah. Not happening.
I'll say this. I don't know his stats for the 3rd game, but I know through 2 weeks he had 0 red zone carries.
Yeah, he had 10 for 64 this game.
But how many red zone carries?
And he had 1 catch for 8. I don't have that up here, but
not
any. Yeah,
that's my
I don't think
point.
They had any red zone carries.
You want to know the difference between him and Chubb?
Red zone carries.
Yeah, and
the breakaway touchdown.
And Chubb's pretty good.
He's
Chubb's the best, but no, that's the difference. It's there you go. It's the offense is more efficient, so they're getting the red zone more often. So and when they're in the red zone, they're relying on their best player.
That being said, though, Jonathan Taylor, a buy low. Because if you can get him for RB2 value, like eventually he'll be fine. The offense, they're 0-3 right now. They may go 0-4, but that team's not going to quit. Frank Wright's not going to quit, and he is the backbone of that offense. But it's going to be rough for maybe until Carson Wentz gets healthy, and they get some of the, they get T.Y. Hilton back, and Paris Campbell's back to full health. They actually have some weapons. Yeah. Jack Doyle stops banging fucking Andrew Luck on a beach.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, Jack Doyle is always in the injury report with a fucking ass injury. It's like, well, he pulled an ass with I'm like, no, dude. Andrew Luck's dick in his ass all weekend, man. Like, is that relevant? Or wide receivers, Pittman 93%, Pascal 89, Campbell 80. Pittman's playing all the snaps. He looks like pretty good.
Looks like it.
He had 12 targets, 6 for 68. I like that. So his number, he's not really. It's not
a poor
converting.
Man's Megatron.
Poor man's. It's not really like he's showing himself in the stats. But again, that's where snap counts matter. Yeah. Because if you can get him as a wide receiver 3, if someone wants to give up, you're not give up on him, but if you can kind of steal him as a second player in a trade or something. Do it.
I agree.
Do it.
Yep.
And then I did have Jack Doyle here for the snap share, just because honorary Jack Doyle. Absolutely!
There you go.
57%. Mo Alley Cox had 46%. Jack Doyle had 1 catch for 10 yards. I don't know if that's relevant, but that's two.
Well, until
two
the
PPR
Colts start scoring points, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not great. So the Titans, they're rolling a little bit, just mostly because of Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Well, I would say
he's pretty good.
Not because, exclusively because of Derrick Henry.
Do you want to hear something crazy about Derrick Henry?
It's probably not that crazy because it's Derrick Henry.
Well,
he leads the league in rushing?
He has 12 catches right now.
Oh, that is crazy.
Well, someone's hot take was Derrick Henry's going to have 40 catches. I'm kind of pissed. I want to go back in time and make it 60 catches. Because I'm telling you, right now he's on pace for what?
Well,
fucking 70?
Just be happy you're going to hit your one.
For sure. I hit all my hot takes.
All of them.
They're already done now. Right? I'm cashing my money in.
It's official.
So Julio, AJ Brown, we got to talk about this real quick. AJ Brown got hurt. Yeah. He's week to week right now with a hammy. Not good.
Not good yet, though.
But I will say AJ Brown, the worry for me is AJ Brown's a warrior. He played through multiple knee injuries last year and still played well.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I don't want him coming back early, though.
I agree.
Because if he comes back early, hurts it again, guess what? You're fucked till week 8.
I agree.
And then Julio only played 50% of the snaps. He didn't play in the fourth quarter. Now, they were up by 9 points, but that's not fucking 20 points.
Yeah.
So they called it load management. So apparently Julio's playing in the NBA. Because I don't know what that is.
That's not...
It's concerning.
That's weird, yeah.
Maybe it was because AJ got hurt and they could not risk... If he had a little bit of an issue, they couldn't risk, like... If they're both hurt, that offense is trash, dude.
Yeah.
Because you know who played the most snaps at wide receiver on their team? I promise you never heard of this guy. It's not Josh Reynolds who they signed. He played no snaps, right? He was the number 3. He's, like, out of the rotation. It's not... who's the guy? Rodgers. This isn't even him. It's... Chester Rogers used to be on the Colts. That's like their 3 or 4 now. It's not him. It's Nick Westbrook. Never heard of him. Right? Have you heard of him before? It's Nick Westbrook Akini. He's got a hyphen name.
What's the stat?
Nick Westbrook Akini. He had 4... Oh, he had a touchdown catch. Wow. 4 targets, 4 catches, 53 yards. Either way, I've never heard of him. So he played the most snaps. Maybe that's why they held Julio out, because if they don't have Julio...
Well, at least they got Westbrook.
They do. Westbrook Ahini. Tight end wise, trash. Ferkser was out. Swain played 65. Pruitt played 64. Get well, Julio, please, because we have that season long bet on him. So 95.
He'll be fine. He had $130 already. So
yeah, he's good. Let's go.
Golly, dude, it's so high every time.
I'd right in the center. Rob squared.